Hey everybody, I'm Andy Griffin here, and welcome to Inner. I am apparently on a puzzle horror kick. Hypnosis can seem like a scary concept, but I'll be here to guide you through it the whole time. We're going to try to help you connect with your thoughts and begin to understand your depression. I just want you to sit back and relax. Keep your eyes closed. Let yourself drift. Listen to my voice as I guide you. There is a set of stairs in front of you. I want you to take a step down with each number I count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very relaxed. What do you see? Yeah, hypnosis is spelled wrong, but I'll give him a pass. It's a silly word. Keep this place in front of your mind. This is your safe place. Nothing can harm you here. If something becomes too much, you can always return to this place. Remember that these are just memories. Take a deep breath, and let's begin. So this is our safe place. This is going to go poorly. Well, that's bad. I'm going to get very scared. By scared, I mostly mean startled. Okay. I don't know what I just got caught by, but I was in a dead end, so I'm not... Is this just a roguelike? I think this is supposed to be either a very short game or a roguelike. Also, it says you can always come back here, but I definitely couldn't come back here. I tried. Okay, it's faster than me. Actually, it wasn't quite faster than me. Oh, dang it. I got caught on a corner. So far, I guess I still don't know what I'm looking for. I feel like there's definitely like this warning that's going on. Like it's going like, hey, that's the little exclamation point or whatever. But it feels like it's inconsistent. I thought it was when something was nearby, but also I thought maybe it was because the door closed behind us. Oh, maybe I can only run for a certain amount of time. Like, am I supposed to keep going through doors? Oh, that's my sprint bar at the bottom. Okay. I really don't know what my goal is here. Haven't I already taken this path? I'm not I'm not sure what's going on here. This is a circle. Yep, okay. So the doors open and close. Like behind you. Okay. I mean, I feel like I've been everywhere. Maybe not down every individual hallway. But I've been everywhere, it seems. Like I went to the extreme corners. And I thought I took a path through the middle. It says we're supposed to like look for our I don't know what that is either. It says we're supposed to look for our memories. That was the whole point of the game. Yeah, there's no there's wait, interact is left mouse button. Oh. This makes more sense. It seems like I'm only allowed to pick up one thing at a time. Do I bring it back here? No, I guess not. Okay, I can't pick anything up. Probably because I have the ring, so I have to bring the ring somewhere. But the center's not it. Maybe I should have read a more detailed description of the game. The question is there more than one of those? And I think the answer is probably yes. Do you have to like find something that my mother's ring interacts with? This game called The Subject. Same kind of space horror game. It's not important. Okay, that's funny. I did not know that was going to be in here. That's funny. Find a common interest, but everyone only ever cared about posts and likes. I think they fade in and out. Okay, I'll leave. I don't know. I feel like something's missing here. Like I have this ring, but I just don't know what to do with it. And I've found other stuff, but I can't pick it up because I'm holding the ring, I think. Maybe I have to bring stuff from here, from one side to the other. It's like things are on one side, memories on the other. Okay, so that one just didn't fade out like I was hoping it would. The door is always closed. That's the bear. Thought maybe we had to match up memories and objects. That was only a little creepy. The part that's bugging me is that my run bar isn't refilling. Like I actually just need to run until it's empty. Then I can't run for a little bit, and then it's actually recharged. Do I have to like interact with the walls? Doesn't appear like I can do any of those things. I heard it. There are a couple things that are already a little bit on the interesting side in terms of like doors closing behind you is super dangerous. So before you go, you need to like stop and listen. There we go. Should have carried me in all these. Oh, yep, okay. Just want to know where the hell it is. Then we have to go to the other side. I see how it works. Interesting. Okay. Wait, is that just always lit now? Okay, I like that. That's neat. Need to try and remember these. Weird kids, instability. I already forgot the other one. Ooh, that was dangerous. I didn't actually want to walk through there just yet. What was this one? Patron Wellbeing, Jelly Jelly Ham, Alexander B, Benjamin J, Robert W. They were all such great people. Want to be fair, I didn't even see that. I really hate the rafters. That's the bear. Okay, so the bear is really dangerous. And yeah, I'm being really... There we go. I actually should go this way. This time it was actually open. Oh, right, because we went out the other side. Okay, yeah, and I want to use that last little bit of run juice. I imagine if I die, I want to always go back to the bear first. Because that is a very long one-way hallway. Okay. No! So it's faster than you, and we have to start all over, don't we? Now, on the positive side, we now entirely understand what's going on. No, I just want to skip all of that. They need just like a restart button. It's over there. I don't know how fast it travels or how it moves around. I don't know, this game isn't very horror-y. There's no particular reason why. Like, oh, I didn't pick up the fucking bear. Just fucking end me, dude. I clicked the wrong mouse button. I wonder if it gets more aggressive the more that you finish. It's an interesting little idea. I have some things I'm not too fond of about it, but Booking it. Okay, learner's permit. Nope, not weird kids. I'm very lucky, because I did not hear that until I stepped out. This one is mom's ring. This area is pretty safe. There it is. Okay, the directional audio is garbage. No, like seriously, that directional audio is garbage. Oh, shit. I wonder if there are memories down here. Photo of Jesse. Okay, that one I know. That's the weird Bond one. I admit the scream is unsettling. I really don't know where this goes. I feel like I've walked through all of these halls. Because this is the weird Bond. Like, it has to be over here. Like, you know what? I don't think I came all the way back here. Okay. That's it. I thought maybe they would think I was cool to be with friends to show them what I was like. I told them I would drive them to buy the beer one night. That's learner's permit. Alright, well, I've literally checked everywhere on this side of the map. And nothing's working. Hmm. 35 minutes, huh? What the hell? Yeah, I can't interact and I can't drop this. Where have I not gone? I love how the ghost's gone because I kind of just want it to kill me. So I can start over and grab the bear and avoid the learner's permit. Finally. Thing is, I don't know if it goes away. Oh, and I'm out of run. God damn it. Alright. So, I want to do this. It's going to make this a long episode, but I want to do it just to say that I've done it. Yeah. That's pretty much where I'm at this point, is I just want to beat the game to teach the game it can be beaten, although I know that the game knows it can be beaten because it's not that complicated a game. We start with the bear because it's the most dangerous. think there's only been a couple that I haven't grabbed yet. I didn't pick up the bear. God damn it. This is the second time I've done that. Fuck it. It's going the way I want to go. Need to spend the rest of my run. Since it's the first object, I'm not really going to be trying that hard to be stealthy on this one. Spend the rest of our run. Then we're going to die on the bear. Really don't know how it seeks. Because it seems to just be following straight path at me. That's what it seems like. I obviously don't know for sure. Just, this wasn't here, right? No. Oh well, we did all of them like that. I'm just gonna spend my run. No reason to not have max run. some point I will know where all the gates are. There's still some items. Okay, so that's the last thing. So the camera and photo of Jesse are over here somewhere. Okay, God damn it. Okay, we'll go the long way. Oh Jesus, I was almost out of run. What the hell? Wait, wasn't it here? I misdid the camera, didn't I? Go away, I need to be over there. I don't know if that makes it despawn or not. I'm gonna go with no. I don't... Oh, I was right over there. I go out this way, I have to come back in the other way. That's fine. Spend my run. What's up? What's up? That's right. Get. I made it the shortest path to me. Like once it picks a path, it keeps with it. What? Okay, it's fucking excuse me? I got fucking screwed by that gate. I don't know why it closed. It closed in front of me. Like I had that plan of attack in mind. I'm a little upset with what the hell just happened. Whatever, man. I'll laugh one the day that it's down here and just ends me because I ran. It'll be funny, but I'll be a little upset. So you can probably only tell if you're wearing headphones. But the directionality of that sound is frustratingly obnoxious. Okay, the keys to the car, so I think that's the one that's right here. Come over here. Noisy, 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 noise. Oh, that strat seems legit. There's like, and I always felt like I was being watched. I think you just play this stupid game. I'm waiting for it to be right around the corner and just nab me right as I open the gate. Well, I'm dead. Oh, that was the gate right there. Fuck! Went to the wrong side of the gate. You couldn't hear it. You couldn't hear it there. I wonder if it gets quieter and quieter the more stuff you get. I'm gonna do it. I think from start to finish this game would take 10 minutes if you don't get screwed by that thing's pathing. Like legit. Like if it's not right to the south here. Like I think this is the right call on these. It's down south. I actually don't know it's south because the directionals get weird. Just the fact that I know where all of these are at this point proves that it is entirely execution after a certain point. Don't know if that means that I want it to be randomized. I don't think I do. Partially because, I don't know, like... If it weren't randomized, or sorry, if it were... Okay, that's exactly what happened to me before. If something was behind me, I would have just died. I would like you to kindly F off. Oh shit. Just made a wrong turn. Jeez. Not happy, man. Not happy with the way this thing paths. Because it's actually very relentless. Which is just annoying when you're trying to do stuff. I thought the picture of Jesse was over here. And then I do the stupid thing. This is a thing. It closing in front of you. See, it didn't close behind me there. That's got to be a bug, right? I have to make sure that I have a clean getaway. Okay, we got 2 left, but I'm pretty sure the gates are just trolling now. Which means that I think if I just run into this thing, I might just get screwed randomly. I really don't know what this thing's AI is. I need the ring and I need the camera. And I know where they both are, and I know where they both go. I think I want to do the ring because the camera is safer. I hear you out there. I'm not stupid. The problem is the way this is set up, it's super not worth going the other direction. And I thought I heard a noise. Okay, we go for... Shit, that's not the ring. Thank you. Nope, this is the long way. It's a long hallway. Do not want. No, it's up here. All right, one left. And actually, no, it's going to be two left. There's going to be, that's the camera. Or no, that's the learner's permit. And that is the thing that we don't want to talk about. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? All right, I am in fact done with this game. So, what do I think of it? I think there's some okay ideas here. I think they're implemented poorly. That's not entirely the right way to put it. The game is doing things that it's not telling you it's doing, which I admit it would be difficult for it to tell you it was doing them. But to suddenly have the gates fuck you because fuck you, not fun, not interesting. The ghost or whatever it is being harder and harder to detect, not fun, not interesting. It would be like if in Alien Isolation, the alien learned to hide under tables. And so you would just be walking by with no indication it would just get you, right? Like, not even, oh, I looked under the table and I saw it. Like, it just wouldn't be there. But then when you walked by, it just happened to be there. Like, it was clinging in an impossible to see way. Like, that's not interesting gameplay. There's no counterplay. Like, this entire game is about avoiding this ghost that's chasing you. And it's an interesting metaphor for depression, is what it sounds like it's aiming for. Like, you're trying to suss out your memories, figure things out, but there's this big depression ghost that is, you know, trying to catch you and be a problem. But the implementation, it's just not interesting. I mean, a challenge for challenge's sake I'm in for, but when the gates start closing against you, when you learn to be able to detect the creature by its sounds, and then it just stops making them, that's not interesting. Like, I know that what's going to happen is I'm going to keep trying to do this, or well, I could keep trying to do this, and it just, I would reach the same point, and I would never, until I saw it and knew where it was, I wouldn't be able to proceed safely, and that's what you'd have to do. Now, if the creator of this game has purposely made it this way so that you, like, maybe not can't finish it, but so that it is incredibly difficult to finish it, because that amps up, because he thinks that the metaphor is like, that supports his metaphor. Cool. I can agree with that design decision, okay? That idea, that concept, I can agree with. And if that were part of your metaphor, then sure, because I think that is a valid way to approach the metaphor. As somebody who does not suffer from depression or anxiety, something like that is, like, I believe that is, I am the target audience for this. Let me rephrase that. I believe that if his intent is to teach, then I'm the target audience, because I'm not somebody who has that. I cannot easily relate to somebody with depression or anxiety because I do not feel those things, And for those things, as I currently understand them, it is really just a compulsion, right? Like everything can be great in your life and you can still be depressed. Um, like that is just the way depression works. It is a mean and terrible thing. That is my understanding. Very well could be wrong, but that is how I've understood it from the sources that I've garnered my information on that from. Um, Anxiety is, once again, to my understanding, similar, except instead of making you sad, sad's probably not the right a good adjective there, but instead of making you sad, it makes you nervous. But it's very similar in that mechanic of you just really can't control it. It's hard to someone telling you to just get better is not a valid solution. That's just not how that works. Once again, my understanding. But like, if your goal is to be teaching people with this game, like, hey, as you feel like you're resolving stuff, things are just getting harder, and like suddenly the world feels against you. The gates are closing in front of you. You can't see the things that you know are coming after you. Like, that is a really good metaphor if that's what you want to be expressing towards the people who are playing the game. The problem is that I am going way the hell out on a limb for that. Like, that is my interpretation of the game, right? I don't know if that's the intended one. If that is the intended one, perhaps you need something else in here. I don't know. I'm looking at the description of the game in itch.io, like, and the and the title screen about, or the intro when you start. Like, that's where I'm pulling all of this from. I could be completely wrong. This could just be some guy's creation of a game. He just had an idea and ran with it, and this is how he decided to implement the difficulty curve. If that's the case, I completely disagree with what you're doing, because that difficulty curve isn't... It's not fun, and it's not challenging in the way that it should be challenging. Like, when I just died right there, the reason why I am not playing this game is because you made that moment was impossible for me to rectify. Now, I already had problems with the game with the gates closing behind you and making them dead end. They do open fast enough that I think it's okay after having played it and watched. Because at first I didn't realize that they opened relatively soon after. I heard the squeaking. I thought that's maybe what that was, but it felt like a lot longer than I think it actually is. So, like that, there is counterplay, right? You wait and you listen for the ghost or whatever it may be, and then you walk through if there's no noise, and your counterplay is wait then until the gate opens so that if it does come around the corner, you can retreat, hopefully in time. To remove that counterplay, it's basically just the way that I would play this at this point is exactly the same, and if I get screwed in the exact same way, then I learn that the correct answer is to just do something stupid, just like go out the other direction. It's just, it makes it not a challenge so much as a role. Like, hey, you can't detect the ghost. Does it happen to be along your path and close enough to you that it can reach you before you can reach a gate? Other than that, there are just some other mechanical issues to the game that I think are problematic. The first one being the running mechanic. Like, the running mechanic in and of itself is okay, but the fact that the recharge is not, like, it doesn't consistently recharge, and even if it is, it's so unnoticeably recharging that it's better you just run this circle and run it out so that it recharges normally, because it recharges like back to full at that point after like a couple seconds over, instead of like an unnoticeable slowly incrementing up amount. I do have some issues with some of the camera angles. Like, I understand that the rafters are there to like try and block your view, but I don't think that they accomplish that. Like, well, they do accomplish that. I don't think they accomplish it in a way that is interesting. Like, it adds a little bit to the atmosphere, but your vision is already so limited that the rafters being in between the camera and where you're walking around, it also just feels out of place because the scale, like, I don't think you could pull off this game first person. Maybe you could. You'd have to, improve the textures a decent bit. But, like, if you look at the camera and the rafters and the difference in motion between them, this warehouse is exactly like kind of what you see here in the screen. There's a wall, there are the storage container locations, and then there's just empty fucking space above it. And then somewhere up there, there's rafters, right? Like, something is missing from the depth of view. And I know this is called a mini game, but I want to give a full and accurate critique, and that is one of the things that jumps out at me as very strange. It doesn't really add to the horror vibe. I think the horror vibe comes entirely from that ghost screaming when it chases you, and I'll admit it gives me some chills when it screams, and then when it cries when you get the door in between the two of you. Like, yeah, that's creepy. But the biggest problem, and I do mean biggest problem because I think this is the worst part of the game, is that the sound is just wrong. I have spatial sound in my headphones, and for those of you listening with headphones, my voice is on a single channel, but I do record the games on stereo. At least I'm pretty sure I am. And if I'm not, I should have. I see, like, I can tell, I can watch the thing in OBS and see that there are two different channels that are different values coming from the game. So I'm pretty sure it's all in stereo. And what that leads to is not knowing where the monster is, because depending on where you're facing your flashlight, that's where the sound's coming from. Like, I will admit that I have never worked with spatial sound. I've never done sound design, but I have played games that rely on that sound design enough to know that, my computer is capable of doing that, and I should be hearing it, and that it is in fact the game that has the spatial sound incorrect. That is probably the more frustrating part of the game, because there was that moment where I looked up and I heard it coming from the right. I think it was from the right. I looked down, this is from the center room, and I heard it coming from the left, and I just went, what? I don't know if it takes extra effort to calibrate that to a computer, or if something is just off with my setup, but I don't think that's the case. And yeah, that was pretty darn frustrating, because there was another point where I heard it coming, and I just had to stand in one place and shine my flashlight from direction to direction to direction to direction, and hear it changing where it sounded like it was coming from each time, as I'm just watching to see where it comes from so that I can retreat appropriately. That is just less fun. I mean, once again, it could be the intent. It could be the intent. There could be meaning behind it. But the problem is that meaning isn't clear, and therefore it doesn't matter. Like, you can play this game, push through all the story, and just play it, and not learn anything from it. If you miss that intro, or if you don't read that intro closely, if you don't try and draw lines to connect the dots between what might be there. And I might be drawing lines to dots that don't exist. But like, if you're trying to do something like that, you need something. You need something to get there whether it's a text box when you die, I don't know, something that maybe pops back to story, and also a restart button so you don't have to go through the intro every single time. I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the game. I'm not going to say that I wasted my time playing it. I will say that I'm not going to be putting it on Sunday because I don't, whatever the ending is, I don't think it's worth my time to go through the challenge. I was fully intent on completing it, even if I had died where I had died, but because I made a mistake, sure, I probably would be still playing. Well, hopefully I would have beaten it by now, because I've been rambling for at least a good 20 minutes, I think. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this. Don't let that stop you from picking it up. I mean, if you got the bundle, then obviously you have it and you can give it a try without, paying any extra money. But yeah, I don't think I would particularly recommend this one, especially because the last game we played was Oxenfree, which I wouldn't say blew my mind, but it was very impressive to me. I have actually finished playing it, and it will be going up on Sunday after the subject. So that'll, I guess, be the 2nd of August. Yeah, I think that's the 2nd of August. So that's probably when it will start, if my math is right. So thank you guys for watching. I guess I did just spoil how long the subject... Yeah, I totally spoiled how long the subject series is going to be, but I'm not terribly sad about that either. It's fairly obvious at this point. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope my conclusion drawn on this one was useful to you. I'm definitely interested to hear from people who have played this game, who maybe do suffer from depression or anxiety, and think that there's a decent metaphor in here, or if I'm just blowing smoke up everyone's butts. So I'll see you all next time, but until then, keep your gears turning.